I'm crazy, Captain.
Yes.
I'm not
Bro, what?
I had to get rid of him.
He was being toxic.
Every time he does this every day, man.
Why are you unbanning him? Just keep him
I don't
banned,
know,
bro.
bro. Man.
Go. One more to go.
Welcome, everybody, to the Onward VR Master League Season 12, Week 12 Venue Showcase. My name's NightFiree with 2 E's. If you're tuning in today, you're here to catch Notorious versus Rome. 2 teams at the top end of the regular season ladder. To be precise, 2 teams in the top 15. So you know you're in for some good quality, high-tier, competitive Onward action, which is what I am excited about this afternoon. And if you are tuning in and you don't know necessarily what Onward is, it is a 5 versus 5 military simulator. 1 team attacks. They are Marsoc. The defending team, Volk, tries to prevent the Marsoc team from attacking. If the Marsoc team gets within a certain radius of the objective and enter in a 7-digit code, they get 2 points. Otherwise, you're trying to eliminate the opposing team to secure 1 point. That is the general back and forth of the gameplay of Onward. Standard search and destroy style game mode that you would expect out of other competitive shooters, but obviously it's all in virtual reality, which is the real beauty of Onward. We'll be sure to be highlighting some of the key elements that VR brings, but to get into the real meat and potatoes of the competitive ends of things, you may see beneath me a lot of TBDs. Each team gets to ban 1 map. There is a map pool that is determined before the start of the season and changes throughout the course of the season. We're at the last iteration of the map pool changing. Notorious is the home team. They get to ban the first map. Rome is the away team. They get to ban the second map. And then the teams get to pick maps based off of the limited map pool that is available after the bans have been taken off of the table. So Notorious gets first map pick as they are home team, and they will be deciding to go to Quarantine. It is a best of 7 style format. We play 3 best of 7s, and so map 1 will be our first. Is it best? Yeah, best of 7. And well, I can tell you that again, we are in for some competitive Onward, to say the least. These 2 teams been around in the league for a good bit. Notorious since Season 10, Rome since Season 6. They have been competing in the VRML for quite some time. Very familiar faces in the Rome squad. Some new, but also have been around a while. Captain Soda in particular. They've been engaged in the VRML since Season 2 with SMC Tactical. Recently going to Peacekeepers and now Rome. It's exciting to see the Rome team try and battle up to the top 8 spot. We'll get more into that when we have some time, but I do think that both teams are nearly ready to go. Go ahead and make sure I give them the go-ahead. But quickly before we start, at the end of the regular season, the top 8 teams compete for a chunk at a prize pool that comes together from our sponsors. You'll see them ticking across the screen here over in that direction, that way. And we'll be sure to shout them out, describe their products in a little bit. But they've come together for what is now a $7,000 in cash and hardware prize pool. And, you know, certainly something on the line here during the regular season. So excited to see these 2 teams duke it out, and we got to get into the action for round number 1 of map number 1. Notorious on the attack, Rome on the defense. Captain Soda on defense here, pushing up pretty early, trying to go on the hunt for some early picks. Notorious all spawned in the north, and they are staying pretty tight as a team. Aylin is pushing forward. Oh, and almost a little bit too far forward. Wicca Wicca almost team kills Aylin there. Not expecting Aylin to be that far in front of them. They give away their position, and now there are some eyes getting drawn over to this side, and there goes the headshot. Varix connects, down goes Wicca. And now the question is Aylin going to be safe on this rotation? Because they have been sort of given away, but maybe unexpected that someone has already crossed. Either way, take a look at the overhead. The rest of the team not nearly as close to the objective as Aylin is here. Rome's position. They saw your body's head.
Upper and lower, upper and lower.
And now they're identifying a couple of defensive positions, but it costs them their life.
That's
Cool.
3v4.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
nice.
yeah, I hit a straight flush, which like never happens. I won 30 to 1 off a $10 bet. So I got
Rome talking about their gambling adventures in the middle of a match, keeping it loose, but obviously still focused, catching out both of those rotators over into that northeast corner, and Timo calling it out to the rest of the squad. They are cut down to just the 3. The only one we haven't been paying much attention to is General Chiggins way over in the south side. Up on the 2-story, they do have a couple of angles they can check down into towards the objective side, but ultimately Rome's defensive setup doesn't really expose really any angle here for General to take much advantage of. Unless Ree goes up into the 2-story, I don't know if General's going to find much success here. Plenty of time left to work with, though, and so they can kind of survey the landscape, so to speak, with 3.5 left.
Got 3 minutes, 15 seconds left.
Notorious just set up in a spread. I think everybody trying to get some information. All Rome really has to do is just stay tucked in. That's the nature of a defensive hold on, well, on most objectives, but in a game like Onward in particular, you really just have to allow the offense to come to you. Patience is key. On attack, you have to find ways to break through walls, and you are provided utility and means to do it. Some teams excel at attacking objectives on Marsoc, and other teams sometimes struggle with the overall formula. But either way, uh-oh, there goes the north. We pop over to General in the south, and Mad Matt, the remaining 2 of Notorious. Captain confirming those shots there, making sure that that player is down and dead. That's going to push up to the center as General draws some attention from the south. C4 deployed. And so many eyes, so many lasers. Down they go.
You stay here.
No,
Not easy to cross out, and now Mad Matt's alone in a 1v5. A tough start for the Notorious offense, but we'll see if Matt can at least find a kill or 2. That's going to be a little helpful in their overall momentum, shutting down the energy of Rome. Soda seemingly set up and waiting, and they connect with the trade. That'll be it for Notorious. Rome successfully defends with 4 left alive, and they take round number 1. Quick look at the KDs. Solid work from Rome, and you know, as we go through the series, one thing we'll observe is a key element in a strong defense is staying disciplined around the objective. Some teams excel at getting aggressive and actually kind of playing almost what I would say is like a counter offense, where they try and out-aggress the offensive team. Captain Soda pushing up from the basement and trying to spring up right away, looking for some kills. Sort of a play around that aggression. But ultimately, Rome do a great job of defending. And Notorious, well, they gave it a good effort. I think the unfortunate giveaway of position with the almost team kill resulted in 2 dead on the northeast, and that really, I don't even know if it would necessarily say throw a wrench in the plan, because even then they were pushed pretty far forward in comparison to the rest of the team. The rest of the team wasn't pushed up yet into the positions that they needed to be to really help converge onto the objective. There's several different styles of attack. There's several different ways you can approach objectives. Oftentimes it depends on what the objective is and where it's placed. Quarantine in particular, I think, has 14 potential objective placements, and you can only play a maximum of 4 objective placements in a series, in a map. And so, you never really know where you're gonna go. But there's several different ways to attack objectives that can be spread out, 2-3 splits, the full team converging together. All of them work, but all of them can fail. And we saw the split fail there as each person got picked
The
off.
alleyway between the two, behind the box. Just fly past north roof and go to your left, and he plays behind a little box. I know where it is.
We'll get back into it, though. With round number 2. On board Varix here on Rome on the attack. You did see a drone come out. Pretty hard to identify in stream, but it is flying here, surveying the landscape. Trying to find information. We can't really necessarily track that all day, but it is floating above the head of Varix, making sure that nothing's there. The pilot of the drone is holding one hand to their radio while they're controlling.
Is kind of clear.
All of this done in virtual reality, a fantastic element of VR. Obviously, the screen they're seeing is more of a drone camera. We don't get to see that perspective in the 2D spectate mode, but they are flying that drone around with their thumbsticks, watching the tablet, radioing in on their shoulder the information to the team. It is a standard strategy that you do see from time to time. We're gonna have to kick over to the rest of this offense, though, and get an idea of their approach, as Ree is already pushing into that center objective building. Very dangerous if they take control of this. A lot of potential cap points around this objective space. Aelin, a key element in keeping this objective safe. And they hear Ree, but no radioing in of this information as they want to stay stealthed in. Ree would be able to hear any comms that did come out of Aelin right now. Big pickup from Matt there. It shuts down the north approach. Most of the focus going to be onto Aelin. Ree able to back out. The elbow doesn't go down, but now the LMG is dumping rounds, and Ree flies the corner to catch Aelin. A key element of this defense down. Now Timo has to peek out. Oh, and they fly out too much.
One down coming up South Street.
A nice kill out there. Oh, Ree's still inside. That was another attacker. Ree does find
we just
the
lost
refrag.
the guy. Our
Lika's still trying to defend up through the center, trying to get Ree in the center. If there's any smoke dumped out here, it's very likely that a cap could come through. General is here near objective, though. They could potentially throw some utility up. Oh, that's a good toss. No, it doesn't go into the window, and it's just a flash. Another flash comes in, and General able to push back Ree a little bit, confirm that kill. The rest of the attack coming in from the north and one from the south as Irvadi does connect.
he's in third. You can
The
go for
res
tap.
over
I
at the
killed him
top.
with
It's a
the
4v2. Irvadi and Wicca just above each other here. And Ree does finally go down. Mad Matt trades their life for Ree's, and I feel like it's worth it, but now Wicca is alone in defending this objective. There's a real opportunity for Rome to secure a cap. 2 minutes left, and defending this not going to be very easy. That's a good pickup from distance. Wicca connects with Gladiator, who could have pushed in for the objective from the front. Doesn't know necessarily that they have to worry about that far angle. They fly off the edge, hit your body on the back, but not before they get taken out from range. Varix able to connect with that kill. One left alive for Rome, but they survive nonetheless and take their Marsoc round. Quick look at the scoreline and now my lovely face and our sponsors. I mentioned they contribute to what is a $7,000 in cash and hardware prize pool that the teams compete for at an end-of-season tournament. Those sponsors are VRML, contributing into that prize pool. We love to see and help grow VR esports as best we can. Pro2 VR, contributing with fantastic mounts, whether it's mounts to help stabilize your aim or mounts with haptic feedback or pistol mounts with haptic feedback. They have all kinds of really cool stocks that I recommend you check out. ProTube VR. HyperX, obviously with the HyperX Quadcast S, the HyperX Cloud 2s, detachable mic. I pulled this out. I wasn't even using it. I'm using this one. You're hearing me through the Quadcast S with RGB coloring. Fantastic mic. I've had it for now, what is, I think, over a year, and no issues. I've always loved the quality, and, well, I think you guys appreciate the quality as well. So a big shout out to them. We really do appreciate their sponsorship. Also, VR Cover. They offer fantastic devices that help improve the comfort of any Quest headset, whether it's VR headset, whether it's straps or cushions for the face mask, all sorts of different options to help increase the comfort of wearing a VR headset. Almost a must purchase when you get any VR headset. Grab the VR Cover equivalent and improve that comfort. I highly recommend you go checking them out. And also Asterion with fantastic mounts and other options, other products coming out. I recommend you go check out Asterion. And that is the current sponsor list. We really do appreciate them. Into the game we go as action's already unfolding. It's a quick spawn right out the gate, and Irvadi's taking shots and taking fire.
I got hurt really bad. I got red in it.
Are they going to be able to make it? Oh, they are. General just barely misses on those shots. And a trade at the front. Soda goes down on the roof. Nice pop up there. Irvadi catches the cross. And we are going to have a battle on the other side. I'll get there quick enough. General trying to rotate around to Varix. Varix going to find the kneecaps first. And now they can get a little bit aggressive. The flashes come up and over. Timo, I don't know necessarily caught out by that, but Varix is using the smoke of Timo to their advantage. And Timo not ready for that aggression. Down they go. Rome out the gate, shutting down Notorious. All up to the one lone survivor. Wicca, who does see Varix there and connects. There goes one. And only 4 more left.
Got him.
And you know, Notorious tried to kick it off the gate with aggression and instantly taking those shots out of that spawn. An alternative play style is to not fire right away and play the left side, avoid being detected, and then kind of spring the attack, spring the trap, so to speak, onto the defense. But the early aggression can pay off if you connect. And while Irvadi did take damage, they didn't go down, and so that aggression doesn't pay off. Only until Wicca does fly that corner, and down goes Irvadi. Now they cannot be rezzed because they had to already heal themselves. So, I suppose maybe at the end of the day, the aggression does add some value here, but still a 1v3 scenario. And Soda nearly finds the torso of Wicca as they dip back into cover behind the wall.
At the roof.
Oh, a nice peek out from Wicca to catch Captain Soda. Is this the 1v4 clutch right now is the question. Ree is in a position that's going to be hard to root out at the end of the day. It's going to come down to how Wicca approaches. And there is a lot of time, so there are a couple of hows, several different ways that they can approach. And they actually are now hearing Ree inside this room and gaining information that they were otherwise unaware of. Is Ree rotating effectively, though? Yes, that was the right drop-down choice. able to catch out and surprise the final attacker. 6-3 though. At the end of the day there for Wicca Wicca, but not quite enough to clutch it up. We've seen some crazy clutches in matchups so far. Oh. I'm not... It's Friday. I don't know why I thought this was a venue showcase. Whoops. Oh, whatever. We'll keep streaming into the VR match. I absolutely thought it was Saturday night, folks, but I'm a guy getting ahead of myself. All right. I just got a notification. We'll be fine. I don't think I'm overriding any Echo Arena cast coming up. Yeah, everything should be fine. The action's still being delivered to you, still in the Onward category as I had to adjust it. That's probably why the bot didn't update the title.
Alright, y'all have fun.
Thanks for tuning in regardless, folks. I do appreciate you. Back into the action we go. Oh, gosh. It's really been a chaotic week, okay? A lot of work going into the old VRML. Mad Matt's gonna think I'm flying up here, and oh, boy. They find themselves the whole team of Rome. Early aggression coming out here now from this west spawn as Rome goes on the hunt. And a lot of shots coming in here. There's going to be some kills coming in from Soda.
One down north.
Nobody dropped yet on Rome, and Notorious
One down at
in a
Carlos and
bad bot right now as they continue to get picked off one at a time.
One down
Soda
a truck.
connects now, and just like that, Captain Timo is left alone in the corner. Flash is coming in, utility around the corner. Vadi's not going to ultimately commit. Timo tries to push up, and down they go. Rome come out 4-0 on map number 1. A solid performance from them and a commanding map 1 victory. Map 2 picked by the away team. Looks like it is going to be Suburbia. No, Subway. And so maybe Notorious trying to change the pace a little bit. Quarantine, obviously, a little longer range. Subway, a bit closer quarters. The action tends to be much quicker. And with both of these teams, I don't anticipate their pace to really be slowing down. I mean, we just played Quarantine, which can have slow rounds, and all of those were pretty quick. Especially those last 2 rounds. They ended very fast. That can be very dangerous if you're the losing team, and something that can work out for the winning team, but it can also be dangerous if you're the winning team. You can get overconfident in your play style. That can lead to early deaths. That can lead to potential caps and rounds lost that you would not normally lose. And so we'll have to see if Rome can stay disciplined and continue to basically punish Notorious for their not really anything necessarily. It's just Rome's just been finding these early picks and countering the aggression. That's the real takeaway from quarantine. I wonder if we'll see a shift in pace from Notorious in map number 2 on Subway, but it's, like I said, a tighter map, so I would imagine, if anything, it would be quicker. Of course, it depends where the objective is, what yada, you know. The standard decision-making that really, that is standard, but is quite in-depth, whether it's what map we choose, what the stats are. If we look at Notorious on Subway, it is, they have a 38% win rate. And so, looking at Rome on Subway, 61. I feel like it's almost more of a pick into a weakness for Notorious because Rome get this map pick on map 2. And either way, it's a decent pick for Rome because they do have a good win-loss ratio on this map so far this season, whereas Notorious do not. And that's just a little bit of the strategical thinking that can go in to map decisions and where you take your opponent when you have the ability to pick the map. So, you know, the teams can also choose side. If you want to allow the opposing team to pick the map, you can choose what side you start on. More often than not, if you pick the map, you then start on the Marsoc side. In this case, Rome did pick the map, and they are starting on Marsoc because Notorious have chosen Volk. I feel like in a lot of cases, teams don't even bother asking if they want to swap sides. It's kind of just a given. If you pick the map, then the opposing team goes on the defense. I can't really remember a time that I've seen two teams opt into Marsoc because there is the general consensus that starting on Volk could lead to a win if you just win your Volk rounds. We talked about how defending is... Into a timeout here, let me check. Talked about how defending is can oftentimes require discipline. That's a display of a good defense, staying disciplined, and teams often feel that if all you have to do is sit around the objective, then that's easier than trying to attack the objective and place grenades effectively and land flashbangs and all of that.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? Who knows what may happen?
There's a lot of strategy that goes in, I guess, what I'm saying at the end of the day, to choosing sides and attacking objectives, deciding how you want to defend, how you want to attack. In this case, Notorious, we just kind of heard there, trying to maybe throw something new out there, try a different strategy in comparison to their normal setup. And this is pretty standard defensive stuff. The only thing I'm not seeing is any C4 placement. Oftentimes, on defense on Subway, teams opt to play C4, something we haven't seen yet this series. Rome did not get the fast spawn, so they are not able to attack the objective quickly. And so if we take a look at the overhead, you can see they're going for that spread and crash onto the objective at the same time. It does require good coordination and practice. Also, obviously, a good understanding of how your team plays and how they approach the objective so that you don't end up team killing anybody. In this case, Captain Soda and Irvati could have potentially shot each other if they were not ready for each other to be there. They know, though, what the general play is, and that Captain Soda is going to come up from the basement, Irvati is going to approach from the top, Ree's going to reinforce, and then the trio will reconnect much closer to objective, where they can then try and challenge what is a disciplined defense. Everybody's staying tucked in around defense. The trouble is pretty standard defensive positions. At least in the case of Matt, this is not an orthodox spot, but it is good. He has three-quarter cover, maybe a little bit more with that side barrel, and so really is minimizing the exposure. Ree's trying to counter this by going prone. We got a little bit of a battle as the overall strategy starts to come into effect. Down goes their corner defender. and everybody starts to crash in on the objective at the same time, causing a general bit of disarray in the defense around the objective space. Down goes Aelin on objective. General does get rid of Gladiator. Now Wicca has to try and defend. Those smokes are coming in. Rome's thinking about trying to cap this objective. There is one more person on the attack, and it's Varex as they come flying up from the south, but are instantly fragged. And a nice double kill there from Wicca to keep this thing much closer than it was looking. It doesn't get tagged on the cross there. Irvadi trying to find vengeance for their down teammates, but can't connect, and now they're into a bit of a tough spot. Ree over the top, a nice flash onto Vadi, shuts down the aggression. We're into a 2-2 brawl as Ranger flies out. Vadi goes down, Ree prone, able to catch the refrag. There's a nice flash up over the top. Ree completely blind. General can't tag them, and finally they connect between the slice. Notorious holds on, and I can take a breath. First round in the books for Notorious. Took good quality effort on defense. Ultimately, they were getting attacked from every side, and they were able to battle back the aggression, setting up into some good defensive positions, finding some key kills. Wicca with that triple, I think. Really keeping things close. You look at the... Oh, no, a double, excuse me. They only have 2 kills. Ree with 4. Soda with 1. Technically 5 kills came through, but a res, I believe. I don't know. Sometimes the KD counter gets a little weird. Anyway, Notorious do put together a solid defensive round. Now they go on the attack. We swap sides every objective, and then after we swap sides, we change to a new objective placement and swap back. That is how the nature of the game goes. So now it is Rome's turn to defend.
I can hold that out.
And Notorious's turn to attack. And Notorious have a fast spawn for their attack.
Should go aggressive.
Don't touch me while I'm playing.
I don't know if we should either. We just have to know that we have to clear overpass. I'll push him.
Reload.
1, 2, 3, 30, 94. Shit.
I'm beating you.
I'm in front.
Oh my god, how are you so
I'm a
fast?
sprinter. I'm a sprinter.
All 5 rolling out. This is the quick spawn. It allows you to get aggressive. You can see Romer countering this quick spawn, although they don't necessarily know that it's here. Now off of hearing these shots, they are feeling confident. A great flash comes up and over to pause any aggression. That nade goes too far, and everyone on Notorious survives the initial setup. That gunfire came out to allow for Ree to push into this corner undetected. And so it's going to come down to how Ranger and Wicca try and swing this corner if they're ready for anyone in here. Oh, and Ree pops it a little bit too early. Now they've given away their position.
Tomorrow.
No, maybe tomorrow, but not today. Not today. Oh.
On me, on me.
1 non-sex shot.
So they're able to counter this push on one side. Ree flies out to find at least one. Ranger able to quickly reconnect though, and Rome do lose one of their defenders. Gladiator, Irvadi, and Soda still defending around objective space. Gonna come down to how Notorious put this together with 3 that they have, as they are going to be vulnerable to a flank soon enough. Varex is on a long rotation to try and hit the sides of Ranger and Mad Matt if they're fortunate. The problem is that Notorious are playing this so slow enough that Varex might be getting too aggressive on this push up. Notorious have not even decided to push up this street yet. Suppose if anything they are going to set up to defend the advance from Ranger here. We'll have to keep an eye on this side, but also on Captain Soda's side. Smokes are out. Soda finds the kill. There's Varex finding theirs, and now Mad Matt alone in a 1v4. Not optimal, but they do get Varex down, and it's now 1v3. The aggressor picked off. Gladiator dropping off objective, but now coming back, just doing a quick check of any potential attackers down in the south side. A risky check if anyone was down there, but Matt still up at the top. That utility piece. Not bad if there is someone in the corner, which is a standard defensive position. No one's going to be there, though, and Matt clears out all the potential angles. Now spotting Irvati. Irvati does wisely move off of that position. You notice right as they shoot, they quickly change their position. And I wonder if Matt ran out of ammo. As you do see them grab a few extra mags off of their down teammate. Soda ready for this rotation. Not going to be an easy swing here. But as I say, that Soda drops off in classic Onward timing. Opportunity for setup here, but no. Mad Matt gets a little bit less cautious, and Soda finds the kill. Looking for the word. Rome put one on the board, and we go tied up one apiece for map number 2. You are guaranteed 3 maps here this afternoon. No matter what the outcome of the first 2, we always play out the third. The rounds 1 matter in determining how much a team goes up or down in rank off of a win. So there's always a reason to be competing your hardest to try and win rounds, even if you've already lost the series and are going to go down in rank. You can minimize the damage done. And at this point, when we're getting this late into the season, that is the end goal for some of these teams. Just try and minimize damage done when they do suffer a loss against, if they do suffer a loss at all. I'm trying to see. Notorious are the underdogs in this series. Rome 7th worldwide, Notorious 13th. But Notorious are so close to breaking into that top 10, the top 7, top 8 that they really, every round really does matter at the end of the day. So
What is it? Let's do it.
no easy rounds for Rome, but we go back into the action. We swap objectives. We head over to the basement. We get to see what the Rome attack looks like as they do go for a bit of a split. Looks like a 3-1-1. Sending 3 in the basement, 1 up top, 1 south. Being very aggressive on their push-up. Oftentimes, defense will set up on this upper floor. But Notorious
Someone was already there.
will not be checking. Now I have to go on board Captain Soda. It seems like they're just going to be kind of quick challenging this objective side. They are not wasting any time pushing up. You'll see teams really play this slow as they advance. And just like that, Soda takes control of the basement entry. They can now be an effective attacking element onto the objective. The rest of the team isn't even near the objective yet. And Notorious now has to worry about someone pushing in to the basement.
Objective.
Able to rotate off. And really does need reinforcements from the rest of the team up top. If they continue to push, they have no longer anybody defending up top, so they can take full control of their stairwell entries. I don't know if there's any C4 placed, but if they push down these stairs, they can draw a lot of attention away from Captain Soda, who can then kind of advance up. It really is the standard way of approaching objectives. Oh, and Soda now does go down. The shots of Wicca Wicca connecting there, and that's a big element of the attack gone.
I mean, I have no idea what he's doing.
Well,
Maybe Soda a little bit out of sync with the
It'd be
general
pretty cool if
play.
he flanked, but I don't think he did.
Another trade. Gladiator now trying their hand at pushing out down the stairs, and they do manage to make it through the smoke. Irvadi maybe considering pushing in down the other set of stairs.
Having a fun time. He's behind soda machine.
3 minutes left. We'll just have to wait for the rest of this push.
The usual cupboard.
I just wonder what the plan is here for Rome, especially with Gladiator inside, already down the stairs, around the corner, undetected by Ranger. Irvadi with the smoke now dissipating.
I got one.
When Gladiator able to catch
the guy next to the OBJ. I got
kneecaps of Ranger. Being a little bit overextendy there, and now it's going to come down to General and Mad Matt on the objective space. Utility coming in full force. Matt, though, in a good spot to at least defend this south side. Oh, and there's a nice peek out to catch Varix. As that's happening, General able to find Vadi, and a great bit of teamwork there from the duo, really throwing off Rome. Now Gladiator alone in their attack. Mad Max rotating out from the soda machine onto what has been called out the final pillar from Varix. Holding now. I think General said that they heard Gladiator on their side, and you actually hear Matt's trying to draw Gladiator onto the tight corner, not the long, but Varix has been calling out the long, so a lot of information being relayed here to both sides. They both know each other's positions. Gladiator does cross out, does get Varix, and now it's a battle. The duo find... Oh, General! Peeking the corner, connects onto both Varix and Gladiator as they play that out really nicely. Notorious shuts it down. Gosh, I love to see that teamwork there and the effort from Rome, but a great denial as well from the duo around objective, working off of each other's shots. And who was it? As soon as Gladiator got across and got the res, the plan clearly had been conveyed that they were both going to get picked up and then both fire at that back pillar. The duo focusing their attention there paid off. They caught that back pillar defender, but their focus was so drawn that they tunnel visioned and completely lost sight of General Chiggins on the tight corner, who popped out just at the right time to catch that double kill. Notorious hang on their defensive round, and now they get to go on the attack with the first time in the lead, 2-1 so far this series. Taking a quick look at chat. I do appreciate you all hanging out here today. Gummy 333, Tempest, Gun Grip Customs, Chawai, Lampy, Lion Cake, Ranger, Appreciate you all stopping by and catching the action this afternoon. Has been some good stuff so far. See if it continues forward here as we get back into it.
Pillar over here, and it fucked me
Yeah,
up.
he was behind the back
Round
pillar
number
and then
4.
right by objective.
Oh, I shot his arm,
map
but he
2.
only got injured, so he walked it off. The other guy shot me in the back.
Oh, early shots coming in
got-
from
I got
Timo as they
-1.
come flying up from the basement. Opens up now the north side, pushing down, and look at this, a very different style of attack from Notorious. Stacking in 4 to the north. Timo pushing up early to get control of the center, but now your body finding Ranger. No one shooting over the shoulder.
One's north stairs and one's
And
middle
yeah, now
lane.
they are in a bit of a tough bind. That position that your body's in is
Did he get the
very
res?
powerful.
Oh my god.
All twins.
Oh,
The
that's,
duo
that's the
here, and
most
every
fucking annoying
time
thing.
that your body peaks up, Captain Timo does have a potential chance at finding an angle.
North turnstile. I thought I seen one down over there.
Either way, a solid
Okay,
defensive
dude.
position
Yeah, you're
here.
not dead.
A lot of different angles that they are vulnerable from at the end of the day. But still, a solid defensive hold out the gate. It has shut
They're
down
returning from north to wherever the fuck.
the north, and smokes come out. It indicates that they're retreating. Your body calls it out, and so the north entry, not so successful. They're going to be rotating back towards Wicca Wicca, and now they have to sort of redevise their strategy on approach, because they still don't have great control even of this subway area. Even though Timo's here, they're dead. As Soda does pop up and catch that angle out from the stairwell.
Where was he? Was he overpass?
He was down below. No.
Like Wicca is leading the charge on the advancement down to the south here, and I think re-detonating C4 in the basement, maybe anticipating that they could be approaching from the basement side, but it's going to be the south. Re will be able to hear this, though, and so should be radioing in this information. But still holding the stairwell. Not getting over aggressive and peeking up now after finding those kills. 4v3 situation, they've got the advantage. No need to get too aggressive, although Earbody is still looking for any entry from that stairwell and potentially peeking up to catch anybody else. Matt is rotating up from that stairwell. It depends on where they decide to come down from the horseshoe. Oh, and they are going right into the line of sight of Earbody. Oh, will Earbody be ready, though? They find General. Oh, and they can't connect. Matt misses the shots. Now Earbody has a chance to rebuttal.
I'm using
And
AP after this shit. Next one, horseshoe.
If they just had the perspective we do, they know that they've actually connected with both of their shots that they feel like they haven't gotten the kills on yet. But both down. Soda able to get rid of Mad Matt. Wicca Wicca now the last survivor as Matt lies dead on the floor. Soda doesn't get hit by those shots. Earbody and now Soda both getting aggressive onto Wicca Wicca, trying to get rid of them, trying to take this up and push this 2-2. The comms of the child don't distract Wicca Wicca as they connect with the kill. Mad Matt's body trying to breakdance their way
Where are you at?
to safety.
Dude, you're Mike, man. I can hear everything in the back.
There's nothing I can do about it, bud. I got kids. Don't know what to tell you. I wish.
No, no, you don't. You always talk to me.
No, I don't.
Great stuff about your kids.
I love my kids. I love my kids.
Doesn't distract him too much. Like I said, able to find that kill onto Captain Soda. It's now up to the 3 in the basement. Irvadi, Ree, and Gladiator. And 30 seconds left. Not a lot of time for Notorious to push in. Oh, and Irvadi able to fly around the corner, catch one. Pretty far off objective, though. It's only Gladiator who is holding the ultimate angle, but... Oh, they're actually stuck. A common issue that can happen on this corner is if you push into it, you can get trapped and unable to move.
I'm flashing.
Wicca, it does take shots there. Everybody crashing back to objective. I think that flash connects and Rome find their round.
Glad, you know you
Tie it up to a piece. Solid rollout from Notorious on the attack, but that north side getting shut down really kind of threw a wrench in their plans. They didn't really have much of a way to counteract that north stairwell defensive position other than just straight up challenging it, which is very hard to do. You only have a very small piece of a head to identify, and even then it's pretty hard to hit. So a solid position for Irvadi to take nonetheless, and does, like I said, shut down that overall team push. Now things are tied up, and Notorious go back on the defense. Because this was Rome's map pick, Notorious start on defense, and so go back to the earlier discussion of theory crafting score lines and what side you'd want to be on. If we continue to trade defensive rounds, Notorious will come out the victors. Let's see. We're all tied up to a piece. We go to a new objective, just a little bit up the stairs.
Like when they try to push, I'll just.
And we'll have
if they
to
do push
see
overpass.
what the Notorious defense looks like going into round number 5 of map 2. Either way, a much better performance here on map 2 than they did have on Quarantine. Rome really just rolling out the gate with a quick 4-0. Oh, and a little bit of early action here on the corner. General trying to counteract a south push-up. While that happens, Irvadi and Soda take the basement route. They'll be relatively uncontested, which is dangerous. They can get control of pushing up these stairs, puts them very close to the objective, gives them some lines of sight, potentially onto some defenders. Oftentimes, defenses, if they do give up the basement, are set up to properly counter anyone coming up from the stairs. And so I think that is the general idea here for Notorious. I think Mad Matt's supposed to maybe... No, they're watching that deep angle. No one is watching the stairs here. C4 detonation there on the other side. Captain Timo catching out Ree. Rome now down to just one captain. Oh, and information here getting gained. Soda relatively aware of Timo's position. Now aware of Wicca's, but everybody giving away information. Irvadi finds some bullets as they go down, and now Varix may be able to put some back into Rangers' pockets. By shooting them into his pockets. Tough to compete with this line of sight, though. Ranger really minimizing the exposure. General finds Gladiator on the south. Rome also having a tough go on the offense here. Captain Soda. Last one alive next to Varks. Oh, that's a good flash, though. Completely blinding Ranger. Varks has to push off of this, and they do make it in time with the knife. Keeping themselves quiet. Meanwhile, Soda kind of getting aggressive on the upstairs level here. Objective level has a smoke out. Catches Wicca Wicca. Mad Matt still doesn't have an angle. Soda's going to try and cross out. They go down. As Matt connects.
Let's take a 3.
And it's now up to Varix, who right now is unknown on their general location. Kind of deduced, though, that if someone's dead up top, that maybe the attack's going to come from that side. But either way, they did keep it quiet. If Rome do manage this cap, obviously it's series and map 2 in their hands. Sure, it's something on their mind. This objective is in particular does seem to get capped on more often than not. Either way, it just comes down to how the defense hunts and scans for this final defender, or if they just stay tucked in and wait. Mad Matt is waiting on this angle. Bark's aware of the time. "45 seconds left. They could rotate all the way around behind Matt, but that wouldn't be stealthy. That's not going to work out either, and Matt does catch the kneecaps before the flash does any damage.
I didn't hear him to the last second. That's crazy.
Notorious take their defensive round with 3 left up. A solid hold. Take back the lead 3-2. Looking at Matt Point going up onto the attack. Same objective, swap sides. You know the drill. If you want to support the VRML outside of subscriptions to the Twitch channels, I would recommend that you go check out the Twitter and social media. Really do want to help grow our YouTube, our Facebook, and our Twitter channels. We also do have Instagrams and TikToks. Please follow all of the social media. We're putting a lot of effort into growing the social media space, promoting streams and other events that VRML is a part of, whether it's Echo Arena LAN events or the VRML, excuse me, not the VRML, but the Onward charity tournament coming up in just, well, I suppose a month or two now. But on the horizon, we will be promoting and notifying when those games are going live and where, so that you can always be informed on the latest and greatest VRML action. Back into it we go. A nice, I would say, the full round timer used there.
Yeah, you can run
about a minute and a half between rounds, and
like 3 that one scrim we played.
Definitely taking their time to figure
Yeah,
out
the
their
Raptors,
strategy. We'll have to see what Notorious throw out.
597, 5,000.
Watch for the quick
Does
aggression,
look
watch
like
for
a
the quick aggression.
basement push.
Yep.
RX doesn't commit to pushing out the stairs, but they are here, and they do go down. Timo
-1 basement.
ready and waiting. Important to shut down, but now they lose control of the objective coverage. Really, a really big element in their defense gone. Timo, Matt, Ranger, Wicca, they could all pop up and be right on top of objective.
For sure.
Either way, Rome
Yep.
not going to get any more aggressive.
You know it's there.
Seems to be some concern that a C4 is placed somewhere in the vicinity. Oftentimes above the top of the doorway or on the other side of the door or at the other side of the stairs, but doesn't appear to be any C4 placement. The aggressive rotation really seemed to be the key means of defending that stairwell. Soda hearing utility detonate downstairs, decides to check what's going on down there. Holding a late angle here, so we're going to try and catch Wicca off guard. That doesn't work too well.
Basement.
Your body doesn't quite connect either.
Another one more
Although
stairs.
I think a good flash does come out, and Vadi does find that kill. Rome able to at least get one back here, but it is a 3v4. Although kind of a 3v3 as the trio works their way up. And General hasn't really connected yet or gotten into the mix. Now, though, they are sprinting. They have to get to the stairs to really be... They can be a huge threat to this defense. If they can draw attention and get to that stairwell. Ree, in particular, is a big element in defending this objective right now. General is trying to get here in time. The question is, will it be in time? The rest of the team already thinking about going for the cap. Timo nearly pushed out of the smoke. Ooh, another smoke does follow it up, though, and that is a good smoke. Vadi has to rotate around to try and find the angle. Still, General hasn't pushed in here to get rid of Ree on the stairs, but they're close.
I can't see past the smokes. They're walking with them. They're walking with the smokes.
Oh, and there it is. General finds the kill. The call out that they're moving with smokes comes in, but it's not necessarily the case. Either way, Matt's on the corner. Tablet comes out. Are they punching in the code fast enough as Vadi comes flying in? They don't need the cap, but they get it anyway. And technically, they do need it. Points do matter. And so they take their second map after a tough 4-0 loss, 5-2. The overall scoreline now 5-6 as we go to a map 3 series decider. Notorious get to choose the map, and they're just coming off of a cap. That is a lot of momentum into the Notorious side here, and Rome put on a back foot that they do not want to be on. This is week 12 of the regular season, and this is a underdog story. As Notorious, I say underdog, are ranked lower than Rome. But I've been saying this lately. I think really the top 15, top 20 are all pretty close in skill. At any point, there could be an upset. Granted, teams in the top 5 are consistent. That's what gets them there. But there is skill across the board at the high level in the VRML ladder, and you get upsets like we're potentially seeing now. Map 3, interestingly enough, picked into Suburbia. So let's take a look at the overall stat picture here for this. Coming in from Rome. Only played it twice so far this season with a 50% win rate. In comparison, Notorious. I've played Suburbia twice and won it twice with a 62% round win rate. So, although a 12% difference in round win rate there, but I think we're in for a pretty close series here. I think this map 3 has the potential to go to round 7. I think we really could be in store for a trading back and forth of rounds. The trouble is with Suburbia is that it could also be something like we saw on Subway, where the scoreline could suddenly become 5-2 when it was otherwise back and forth all the way through that map. So, depends on what objective, where they're placed, how they attack, all of the different variables that you look at from the competitive side. That's what ends up putting together a W. Let's see if Notorious can put together a W now. As they go on the attack, Rome on defense. Round number 1 of map 3 kicking off now.
Last quick play.
Watch out for the free fire.
I'll make it to after the map.
803.95.
Same time, I like it.
Mad Wicca Wicca, everyone pushing up
One is
early.
burning, center burning.
Flash comes up. I think that catches Matt. But only for a moment in time. Otherwise, a pretty forward defensive setup from Rome. I've often said that staying back can end up benefiting you a little bit more, but at the same time, this forward strategy where you cross the street does also work out.
Still on white car in lane 1, push back.
Here, Vadi and Ree both working their corner here. But right now, just a little bit of poking and prodding going on as Notorious tries to figure out what this defense is from Rome. They seem to be maybe a little bit thrown off, although they have been ready for the most part for the setup there.
It's such bullshit. How are you allowed to do that in this game?
Because there's no inertia.
I got him on a free fire. One down.
Ranger catches Ree. Captain Soda finds Wicca Wicca, and Notorious into a 3v4, make it a 2v4, as Irvadi comes out and gets aggressive on their defensive position, still using the shrubs as cover to deny vision on the remaining 2 up through the center, but does find the kill, and I don't think they're expecting 2 to be there on that spot. Now General and Timo splitting off. 4 minutes left on the clock, and already down to just 1. There goes the hands of General, and Rome with 4 left alive. Bounce back from a tough map number 2 and take the lead early on Notorious's map pick on map 3. You almost got to wonder if maybe Notorious should be picking side at this stage in the matchup versus the map, but either way, Rome do start with their Volk win. And I say this with them getting a cap on Subway, so who knows? You know, again, the potential for scores to be volatile is very much here. A solid defensive positioning, though, from Rome. Like I was saying, I do feel that setting up on the backside of this main street here can be more beneficial in a lot of cases. You, again, obviously have that your wall to your back, back to the wall, and it minimizes the range of coverage that you need. Whereas if you extend across the street, you can open yourself up to potential flanks. Depending on if you lose an edge, you really are then vulnerable and can be surrounded. It has its risks, but obviously has its advantages. You can find people unexpected on certain corners and angles. And, well, very clearly, Notorious not ready for Rome to kind of send out that kind of defense. Take a quick gander at the KDs before we hop back into the action.
Yeah. I'm not used to only one really either. As long as Timo's got your right side covered, you should.
Round number 2 kicking off here. Early shots getting sent out through the wood wall, but nothing connecting. Soda and Vadi using that suppression to get themselves set up into positions where they're now going to wait for Notorious to try and get aggressive on them. Two flashes that I don't think are going to do much for this advancement, but Rome is not taking their time. All the utility coming in here. Ree catches one out as shots come in from Vargs towards Wicca and do not connect.
All right, he's on lane 4 porch. Lane 4 porch.
Soda flies the corner and trades with Wicca. Gladiator advancing forward through the playground. Up next, looking for some action. They pop up and do manage to at least trade with Ranger. Timo still here inside, but Notorious down to 2. Rome down to 3. Maybe not for much longer, as Varg seems to be trapped now. Oh, and Timo nearly gets tagged. That may be a false assumption that Timo's down, but they do manage to prone and get out of that corner.
I'm crawling back to OBJ.
I wonder if Ree saw that. Either way, they could have considered it to be the body moving and bugging. Who knows, you know? So Timo does make it to safety, and the duo lives another day. Although for how much longer is the question. With 4 minutes left, Rome has a lot of time to work up towards the objective. Reed does get Timo on the backside, and now General is alone on defending the objective front Porsche. How good is the utility going to be? It's enough to scare General to pop up and look, and they find the final kill. Rome take their Marsoc round and are now kind of running away with the energy, just like they did at the start of quarantine. Map 2 just not going their way, but Suburbia definitely going into the way of Rome, at least for the first 2 rounds on that objective. We now swap sides, go to the other side of the map. We'll have to see if this is enough to help out Notorious. I would say that it's going to be tough to get this Marsoc round. The red car, OBJ in particular, pretty hard to attack. I personally think most objectives in the north are harder to approach than the south. There are maybe 1 or 2 that can be hit and capped, but the south side feels much more dangerous to me than the north of this map, and I guess we'll have to see if that's the case, as we'll be hopping back into it and go over to that north side soon enough. Quick look at the KDs. Rome obviously finding more success and therefore more kills. 3-0 for Irvadi, 3-1 for Soda. Something that does become tough and can impact morale, I think, more than anything, is if you don't find kills. Oftentimes, if teams are losing, but finding the kills, an indicator to me that they are capable of coming back into the series, that they are staying in it and keeping things close. But when you have a couple of 0-2s or a couple of no kills on your team, it can mean that those first 2 rounds were tough, and if that continues, it can end up kind of being in a downward spiral. So not exactly what you want if you're on the Notorious side, especially after a very good 5-2. You have to kind of relive the happiness from success on Subway, pull from that, and focus on this next objective. Because again, this is going to be a challenge to cap, so I think they kind of have to go, we're just trying to pick apart the defense and get rid of them. Back into it we go, though, for map number 3 of this series. The series decider, nonetheless. We'll have to see who our champion is off the end of this round.
I will.
You don't have to peek that much.
Oh,
And I
no.
just team killed.
Oh, boy.
I was gonna pre-fire. Give me a second.
Oh, jeez. What a tough start for Notorious. The pre-fire comes in and early kills as well up through the center. We missed it, but Vadi did not. As they connect, flashes come in. Vadi stays down and avoids detection. Are they going to catch Wicca, who does not identify them in the corner here? They fly around, and yes, they do find another kill. Rome really running away with the advantages here on map 3. 5-2 right out the gate before the first minute's even up. 5-1. Irvadi in that forward position. Nobody seemingly ready for that defensive spot. It is a common position, but one that isn't often taken because it is risky. You can really easily grenade or flash the individual in that corner and then push them and kill them. But we saw the flash, we just didn't see the full push, and now you see Captain Timo in a real bad way after a team kill and now left alone behind the rest of the team. Notorious not looking good for map number 3. Managed to draw things so close. All about the hunt. Irvadi should hear these footsteps that could technically kill them through the bush. They're gonna wait and find the kill the standard way. And Irvadi, you hear the call out ace, catches all 5 kills that round. I think that's accurate. We're looking at the KD feed there. Sorry for the camera. 7-1. Excuse me, 7-0 so far on this map. That is tough to deal with. And now there's only one person that's had kills technically on the Notorious kill death feed, and that is Ranger. Timo in the negatives, everybody else 0. Not exactly a good couple of rounds from Notorious. Very different in comparison to their performance on Subway. Interesting to see, considering this was their map pick and Rome chose Subway. Maybe they just weren't ready for Rome to come out with this play style. Either way, Rome now goes on the offense, and it almost felt for a moment there that Rome was on the attack with that setup from Irvadi, how forward they were pushed up, but it is time for Notorious to bounce back right now. They need to get themselves a defensive round in the books, get one on the board, stop what is a runaway train for Rome right now, and stick in it for what is the final map, the series decider.
Isn't that what we did the other day? Yes, sir.
Hey,
We're coming back.
Clickety click click. No, not. You're on.
I hear the comms motivating themselves to focus and come back 3-0, mentioning they did it recently. And so just have to channel the energy.
Losing our map pick. We win everybody else's and we lose our map pick.
Barks mentioning the same thing I was noticing earlier. Gladiator finds one right away. A flash comes in, doesn't catch Barks or Ree, and they cannot get out of that position. Right away, 2 dead for Notorious. This is not how they want this round to go, as Gladiator comes flying out. Finally a kill, but they're instantly refragged. Irvadi catches Captain Timo over the top. Soda puts a few bullets in them as well, and just like that, it's a 1v5. General's dead, and Rome sweep map 2, 4-0. And frankly, this series kind of throwing everything about strategy on its head that I was talking about earlier. Where percentages, win rates, map picks, all that. Rome end up winning, like we were hearing there. The 2 map choices from Notorious, 4-0 nonetheless. The end of the scoreline, 10-5, and Notorious not able to put together the underdog story that we were hoping to see here this afternoon. Regardless, a fun cast to tune into, and I do appreciate you all stopping by to hang out. A big shout out to everyone that was hanging in Twitch chat. Apologies for not running it on Onward_VRML, but whatever. Onward goes to more people, different folks with this audience, and so we'll be back on this channel tomorrow. Same time, 6 p.m. PST, same place. That time we'll be on Venues. I apologize for misleading at the start of the broadcast, but we will be on Venues then, and I am looking forward to that matchup as well. A couple of great matchups this weekend. 6 p.m. PST Saturday, 12 p.m. PST Sunday. The reverse for Echo Arena. If you do want to catch Echo Arena, 12 p.m. PST tomorrow, 6 p.m. PST Sunday. It's good stuff. That's going to be it for me here at the desk. My name's been NightFiree with 2 E's. I will see you all tomorrow for more Onward action. But until then, stay classy.